Hello, I'm Chris Well from Build Your Brand Academy, and I teach authors how to leverage publicity so they can build their platform, grow their audience, and get more people to read their books. This is a lesson that I recorded exclusively for Promo Day 2017. Enjoy. This is Busting 5 Myths About Publicity for Authors. I'm Chris Well from Build Your Brand Academy. I teach authors how to leverage publicity so they can build their platform, grow their audience, and get more people to read their books. I've worked in the media for the past 30 plus years. I've been a magazine editor, a newspaper editor, a broadcaster, a podcaster, a content manager for websites and other digital media. I am also an author. I've been published by traditional publishing houses, and I've also self-published. So I know what it's like to be on both sides of the desk. In case you're wondering who this lesson is for, what I'm about to teach is for you if you have a brand new or upcoming book that you're trying to promote right now. This is also for you if your book is still a work in progress and you want to be proactive and build your author platform so that it's ready for you when your book is finally published. But this is also for you if your book has been out a while and you need to find a way to draw more attention to it. If any of these describe you, then you are in the right place. My promise to you is that over the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to share 5 myths about publicity and reveal the truth about each one. I'm also going to pass along 3 tips for you to get started with publicity today. And at the end, I'm going to give you an opportunity to register for a free email course that will teach you how you can make the media take you seriously. Now, before we get any further, when I say publicity, I am talking about that act where you go to an influencer, so maybe we mean a podcaster, or a blogger, or a newspaper columnist, or a magazine editor, or a talk show producer. We're talking about somebody who has an audience, and you are reaching out to that person hoping to become a guest, hoping to become featured in that media in some way. That's what we're talking about when we say publicity. Okay, busting 5 myths about publicity for indie authors. Myth number 1, you need to hire someone. The fact is, you don't need a middleman. In today's world, it is easier than ever to make connections. You have the internet. You can find websites for these media outlets. You can find phone numbers. You can find email addresses. You don't need to hire someone to find that out for you. And you don't need to hire someone to reach out on your behalf. You can contact these people directly. Now, understand, you can hire someone to make the process easier or faster. Think of it like hiring a Sherpa or hiring a guitar teacher. The fact is, you can hire someone to help you. You can hire someone to make the process faster. You can hire someone who can show you the ropes, who can open doors for you. But that's different than saying you have to hire this person. Make no mistake, with the right email to the right person, you can absolutely get booked for an interview or as a guest in that media. Myth number 2, publicity is expensive. Publicity by definition is free. If you pay for it, then it actually becomes something else. If it is included in the regular editorial content of that media outlet, if it is an interview, if it is a review, if it is a feature story, then it is publicity. It was not paid for. It is something that they created as part of their regular editorial content. If you pay for it, that would be an advertisement, or it might be what they call an advertorial, which can look like editorial, but it is paid content, and therefore it is not publicity. Now, as we said before, you can pay for help, you can pay for tools, you can pay for resources, but those are not publicity. Those are tools to help you get publicity. The actual publicity itself is as simple and as cheap as sending an email and then being booked as a guest, and that is still free. Myth number 3, they should come to me. Here's the deal. Nobody will know about you if you don't speak up. Even Leonardo da Vinci had to send a letter about his qualifications. The media is constantly wading through information. They are hearing from people all the time who want access to their audience. You have to do the work to be noticed, or you'll be just another needle in the haystack. You might have the greatest topic in the world. They may really, really love to have you as a guest, but if you don't raise your hand, they won't know to call on you. Myth number 4, you have to know someone. It is true that someone that they know has an advantage, but that advantage is because they know them. They have credibility. You can also build up your credibility. You just have to show that influencer that your topic can keep their audience watching or listening or reading. Because what that media influencer cares about is the audience. All they want is for the audience to stay tuned, stay reading, stay subscribed. So if you have a topic for an interview and they hear that topic and think, this is going to keep my audience engaged, then you're in. Myth number 5, nobody cares about me. All right, now, this is the lie that has some truth in it, but it doesn't matter. When you pitch, you don't want to focus on yourself or your book. You focus on an idea or a topic. As I just said, all the media really cares about is the audience. All the audience cares about is their own wants and needs and interests. So it doesn't matter that they don't care about you. All that matters is, do you have a topic that they will care about? Do you have a topic that will keep that audience engaged? If you have a topic that the audience will care about, then that media influencer wants to know about it. All right, now I want to share 3 tips to get started with publicity today. Tip number 1, start small. Instead of wasting a lot of time and energy trying to be a guest on a big media outlet, targeting a smaller niche outlet is so much easier. As a smaller outlet, there is less competition to get their attention, and if it is your niche, if you write about things that this audience is particularly interested in, it's just so much easier to make that connection. Niche media puts you in front of a more receptive audience. The thing to consider about comparing general media with niche media: if you get in front of a general audience, even if it is a large audience, only a fraction of that audience is paying attention, and only a fraction of that fraction cares about what you're talking about. But if you're in front of an audience that is smaller but is genuinely interested in what you're talking about, you are way more likely to connect with them in such a way that the members of that audience will seek you out, come to your website, and check out your book. Plus, it gives you practice as a guest as you work your way up to bigger opportunities. Tip number 2, start local. Local media is already pulling for you. They love the opportunity to spotlight somebody from their own community that has done something interesting. Unless you live in a big metropolitan area, local media is almost the only place where I wrote a book can actually work as an interview topic. Local media also gives you an opportunity to practice being a guest. And then my 3rd tip for you starting out is to build your portfolio. You need to have a page on your website dedicated to your media kit. And then you also start adding evidence of these media opportunities. As you start to get some quick wins, you document these appearances on your author website. If you keep an online portfolio, that means you can continue to draw attention from these appearances long after they're over. So how do you build this portfolio? On your media page on your website, you can link to articles that appear online. You can upload scans from magazines or newspapers. You can embed audio files or video files if you appear on a podcast or on a television show or on the radio. You can do screen captures of web pages. Any way that you can show the appearances that you've made in the media. Media attention leads to more media attention. As they hear about you, as they see these examples, as they see how you handle yourself in an interview, you become more attractive to the media. Now let me tell you about a free email course I've created. Position yourself for publicity will help you stand out from the crowd. This is a free 6-day course to transform how you talk about yourself as an author. These lessons will help you make a greater impact because you'll be able to explain what sets you apart. You'll be able to pinpoint your unique position among authors and experts of the world. Each day, for 6 days, you'll receive a new lesson in your inbox. This course is for you if you want to stop spinning your wheels and you're ready to start building your author platform and grow your readership. Just go to buildyourbrandacademy.com and click on Free Course. I'm Chris Well, and I want to thank you for joining me for this presentation. If you have any questions about this lesson, hit me up in the forums here at Promo Day, or you can also catch up with me on Twitter or Facebook. Thanks.